was your mentor?
Hey, intern, give me a Campari, will you?
On the rocks?
Don't point that gun at him. He's an unpaid intern. How you holding up there, intern? Doing okay? Supposedly, Cousteau and his cronies invented the idea of putting walkie-talkies into the helmet. But we made ours with a special rabbit ear on the top so we could pipe in some music.
Welcome back to AsArt with Nick and John. We post 3 videos a week. Hit that subscribe button. Go to asart.space for audio, links to our podcast, and so much more. John, this had to be one of my favorite deepfakes. The whole dance sequence at the end. Oh, it was so awesome. Like, it's like his dance moves. Like, he has older videos where he's like dancing and stuff. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. Even his facial features. They kind of match Bill Murray's a little bit, like enough for the deepfake to like really blend in with the face.
Yeah. So going in, I wasn't sure how it's going to go because Bill Murray in the movie has a very gray beard.
Yeah.
And, you know, Ethan does not have a gray beard. And if you guys want to see a funny deepfake fail video, you look at the one where we tried to do Dumbledore's brother and tried to mix in the beards. We didn't even try. After we saw the deepfakes and we did something like, yeah, let's not even try it. So beards are definitely a challenge for that type of stuff. And so, you know, Nick's like, no, let's put it and see. I'm like, all right, fine. He talked me into it. And it ended up working really well. It ended up working really well. And it was really fun because in this, Nick really drove this idea. He came up with this idea. And he's like, not only are we going to do Ethan, but we're going to do Ian. And so kind of give the backstory on how you kind of came up with this.
Yes. So he was an intern on the H3H3 podcast, and you know they made him do all this funny stuffs and jokes, and I always loved the like dynamics they've had. And then when they did like The Bachelor, they try to hook him up with it's John. You gotta watch the H3H3 podcast. If you guys haven't watched H3H3, go there, subscribe, watch their content. It's so much fun, and well, you probably have if you're here with the video. But anyways, I was watching Life Aquatic, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. Like you can do a play on the intern, and like because there's like he's like intern, you know, like this, and like he's like, you know, don't shoot the intern. He's unpaid. You know what I mean? Like I was like, dude, this is so perfect. And then the dance. Once I saw the dance sequence, I'm like, oh, the dance. We can flip on and we can have their own podcast music. Sorry guys if you guys didn't like us using your music, but I just thought it was perfect.
I think
it was just so awesome. Yeah. A lot of cool effects on the back end with this one. I finally got to dive in and use Mocha. Oh, the magic of Mocha. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's so cool because now you get it. You get like a simplified version of it with After Effects now. So if you guys do have the cloud and you guys have After Effects, be aware you guys.
The Creative Cloud I was talking about.
Yes. Be aware you guys have access to an amazing program called Mocha. It's magic. It really is magic. You can just set a shape and I'll track it, and then when you adjust it, it automatically adjusts it. It's amazing. It's so amazing.
Yeah, one of my students back when I showed them Mocha for the first time, this is like when it first came out, he just muttered under his breath, he goes, witchcraft. And so whenever we would talk about it in class, it was like, oh, should we use witchcraft for this shot? I'm like, you should use witchcraft. You can go full warlock if you want. You know, so really, really cool stuff. But yeah, so this was the first time Nick got to dive in and do the comps for the deepfake, and he did an awesome job, and which is really, really cool to get to see. So really, he even had like the light on when he's doing the dance. You had the light shining down. So a lot of fun little tweaks he did. Yeah. So really, really cool stuff.
It was a little tough with Ian, because the intern in Life Aquatic didn't have facial hair and Ian does. So I just left it. Like there's not much you can do. I'm not going to get rid of his facial hair because that's like part of him. So you'll see when he turns to the side. It won't be perfect, but I think it's more the idea than it looking 100%. I mean, we want it to look good, but we also just want to get the point across.
And the funnest part about getting the point across and having it be funny is Ian, whenever he was on camera in all the footage we had of him, he's always smiling. So, and the program needs to know all the different facial expressions you can do. And if all he's doing is smiling and talking, it can't mimic other like serious faces. So even when he's talking seriously, he's still smiling, which is even more hilarious.
Yes. If you guys like this, we have some other YouTubers we're planning on throwing to films. One, should we tell them like a hint, like a little hint?
It might be a bogus journey.
I'm not telling you who, but it's someone who looks like he belongs in that film. 100%. It's amazing. Like that one, I can't wait. I'm so excited for that one. We have some cool clips of that coming out, and we're doing some cool stuff with the boys. Oh, subscribe if you want to see some amazing, amazing deepfakes with the boys characters. We're gonna do Homelander. We're gonna do the Deep and Queen Maeve. Oh, we're super excited. We're not saying who, but once you see the first one, you'll know who the other ones are gonna be.
Oh, will you? Oh, will you?
Comment down below if you think you know. I don't think anyone's going to comment, but it's
all
right.
Is that what they comment like this? They comment like this?
Comment down below.
Like a scary ghost? Scary ghost.
We get a good little handful sometimes.
Okay, yeah. All right, guys, so thank you very much for watching. Let us know if you enjoyed this. Ethan and Ian out there, we hope you enjoyed being the immortal Bill Murray and the immortal, even more, intern. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next AsArt.